Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know where the hell we are, and do you remember what the hell happened?
Well, we just finished reading Isaiah chapter 34.
Sure as fuck
And
did.
in there was a lot of birds and Edom getting trashed and turned into a hellscape and birds. There was birds. There was a lot of birds. There was owls.
There were so many
There was-
owls. But
yeah.
they might not have been owls. He might have been talking about demons.
Right.
instead
And
of
Lilith
birds.
maybe sort of kind of in
as
a
a
roundabout
demon?
maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Valley
So-
of Hinnom and that whole hell thing.
Yeah. So it was hellish or something.
Sure.
And that was Isaiah chapter 34,
Yes.
which means that today we'll be getting into...
Isaiah chapter 35.
All right. You ready to do this?
Yes, I am. Okay, so we are hopping into Isaiah chapter 35.
Okay.
Whereas the previous chapter was a bunch of hellscape,
Yeah.
this one's about blessings.
Oh.
You know,
Blessings.
yeah, back and forth, back
Yeah.
and forth.
We're going to murder everybody, and now we're going to bless the rest of you that are still alive.
Because he's,
He's
bipolar.
likes to help people out and stuff, I
Yeah,
guess, right?
yeah.
After he kills them all.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. The desert and the parched land will be glad.
Oh, okay.
It's going to get happy.
Yeah,
Come on, get
I thought,
happy.
but didn't they say in the last chapter, didn't they say it was going to be forever?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was forever.
Yeah.
So this isn't forever.
Well, hush your mouth.
Okay.
The wilderness will rejoice and blossom. Like the crocus, it will burst into bloom.
What's a crocus?
It's a type of flower, and we've actually run into this before. The translation that we use, I think it was in Psalms maybe, or Proverbs.
Okay.
Or Song of Songs.
Yeah.
One of those three. But they mentioned the crocus. And actually, most translations use the word rose instead of crocus. And two other ones are lily and jock something.
Jock something.
Jock
Okay.
something.
All right.
I can't remember. It's a
Sure.
type of flower.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's
It's a flower.
Yeah, it's a flower.
Okay.
Like the crocus, it will burst into bloom. It will rejoice greatly and shout for joy. All those flowers.
They're
always
shouting
do.
for joy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of the Lord, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the feeble hands, steady the knees that give way. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear, your God will come. He will come with vengeance, with divine retribution, he will come to you.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
He
Divine
gonna get ya.
retribution.
That's what
Don't
Trump's
fear.
saying.
He'll come to you with fear.
Yeah.
What? Because you're supposed to fear him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
you're gonna don't fear. He'll be there so you can fear him.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Don't worry, he's coming to get ya. Not in a good way.
Right.
Yeah.
God's almost like a boogeyman.
He's very much like the boogeyman.
Right?
But painted gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then will the eyes of the blind be opened and the ears of the deaf unstopped.
Unstopped.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know how your ears be all
They're
stopped
just
up?
stopped up. It's all that wax built up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Then will the lame leap like a deer and the mute tongue shout for joy.
Wow. This is a lot of miracle stuff happening here.
It sure as fuck is.
Yeah.
Water will gush forth in the wilderness and streams in the desert.
Oh, dang.
This is so much
Man,
goodness
that's
happening.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. The burning sand will become a pool. The thirsty ground, bubbling springs.
Okay.
In the haunts where jackals once lay, grass and reeds and papyrus will grow.
I see.
And a highway will be there. It will be called the Way of Holiness. It will be for those who walk on that capital W way.
Okay. Yeah.
The unclean will not journey on it.
I see.
Wicked fools will not go about on it.
Is this where the stairway to heaven is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And also take the high road.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
This is the high road.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is very New Testament-y.
Sure.
Jesus words.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
No lion will be there, nor any ravenous beast. They
Oh.
will not be found there.
I see.
But only the redeemed will walk there, and those the Lord has rescued will return.
Okay.
They will enter Zion with singing. Everlasting joy will crown their heads. Gladness and joy will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. The end.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good stuff happening to people that made it through all that total destruction.
The land's being torn apart with blood everywhere.
Yeah. And the
Dancing in animal fat.
the tar pit that is Edom.
Yeah.
I mean, God really fucked people over in the chapter prior to this, at least as far as a prophecy is concerned.
Right.
And now
the
we're
fires
just like,
of Gehenna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're just like, I guess it's all forgiven and everything's gonna be good again. Yay!
Woohoo!
That's God
Love
for
me
you.
a retribution party.
I think that this guy just like I think that this is straight up Isaiah. I think
Yeah.
Isaiah is like, he's like, I am going to tell you all the bad shit that's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna tell you that if you're good, this is how. Like, this feels like a sales pitch.
Yeah.
It feels very like the media that we watched today, actually, like insofar as like, this is all the bad stuff that's happening because of this, and if you don't do this, then we're gonna be horrible and everything's gonna be suck.
If you don't vote for the Republicans, then our southern border is going to open wide up. And even though they haven't for the last 50 years, they're all of a sudden going to come get you. Every single bad guy across the whole entire planet is going to come up from that southern border with all their drugs and guns, and they're going to be killing us on the streets.
Right, and only Trump can save us.
Only Trump or whatever Republican they put forth, but by God, do not put a Democrat in there. It will happen someday, somehow.
Right.
Not really, but whatever.
But doesn't it sounds very familiar. It sounds like the same
Hellfire.
shit that we're dealing with today. It's just in a biblical, this is biblical. You know, like it's the same rhetoric. It's the same words. It's just in a different context.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, that was a short chapter today.
It sure as fuck was.
So I guess, we all get a break and we get to go home early today and,
Well,
listen
that's
to another podcast or something maybe. I don't know.
That's nice because we're recording this on my birthday.
We are. Happy birthday, wife.
Thanks, husband.
Yeah. If you'd like to send wife a birthday well wish, do so on our various social medias. Or, we do have an email address. It's sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, send wife some happy birthdays.
Yes, dude.
Or at least, I guess when you get this, it'll be like a belated happy birthday.
But I'm going to tell you, I am not soliciting dick pics.
No.
Do not send me those.
I will see them first, and I will come back at you.
Do not send those. Like, I'm not trying to kink shame. Whoever likes dick pics, that's great for them. I am not one of those people.
Right.
That is not what I want for my birthday, friends.
No. Nope. No. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, I guess that was Isaiah chapter 35.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that tomorrow we will be back with
Isaiah chapter 36.
All right. We'll see you then.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you know where we are and how we got here and what we're doing today?
Well, we just finished reading Isaiah 35. And before I get into what we read in that one, I do have to apologize real quick because I did bad editing yesterday.
Bad editor. Bad.
Yeah. So for anybody who hopped on to our regular podcast episodes to try to listen to this, you heard a mess of the ending and the beginning all in one. And I have since fixed that. There may be some podcast apps out there that don't fix it for a couple of days. But if you go to our website, it is fixed on there, and it should be fixed on the rest of the podcast apps here shortly. So I apologize for that, for anybody who missed yesterday's due to that. And sorry.
Sorry.
That being said, yesterday in our podcast, which was Isaiah 35, it was very, very short.
It was very short.
And it seemed like it was all just like, yay, we're saving the Israelites and stuff and good things mostly.
Gladness and joy will overtake them.
Yeah. There wasn't really a lot to comment on. Like, okay, they're happy now again.
No lions will get them on the golden highway, stairway to heaven.
Yeah, all kinds of good shit.
Take the high road.
Happy, joy.
Right.
Yeah. So that was Isaiah chapter 35.
Correct. Which
means that today we're going to be reading
Isaiah chapter 36.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, so we are hopping into Isaiah chapter 36.
Okay.
And based on my notes, I should let you know that we've already covered this material.
Oh.
And it's going to sound, I think...
Very repetitive?
Not repetitive, but I think you'll remember it. It'll be a good refresher.
Okay.
This happened during a battle that we read about in 2 Kings.
You expect me to remember all the way back to 2 Kings?
That gets into the next thing I wanted to say. I'm very, very annoyed at how this book was put together. I feel like, okay, I know I sound silly, but honestly, I feel like all of the writings, quote unquote, like Psalms and Proverbs and even the book of Job, really, they were put in the wrong place. They separated all the chronicle history stuff.
Yeah.
And then we've got all the prophets after the writings.
Right.
But the thing is that what the prophets are talking about and what's happening in the stories of the prophets takes place during those histories.
Right, yeah.
So
they tell it from each individual author's point of view.
Right.
And it's like it causes the person, if you're reading the Bible straight through.
It's like, oh, it's been 2 years since you read about this history, but remember that time?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I fucking don't.
Yeah. No, it would be, I'm sure there's got to be somebody out there that timelines the writings of the Bible.
Oh, yeah. Well, I need to see it. I know that there is such a thing. But I'm going to try to find one because I'm just like really out of sorts over this.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person that even when I'm reading Shakespeare, for example, if there's like more than, I don't know, say 4 characters, I got to take notes. Honestly, like if you go through, I have like a compendium, a giant, like every Shakespeare play ever kind of book.
Right.
And if you flip through that book, index cards will fall out of the book because I had to write who was with who, what family was on this side, who was friends with, like even as something as simple as Romeo and Juliet, I couldn't remember who was with the Capulets and who was with the Montagues.
Sure.
You know? So to ask me to remember all of this, I'm really offended over it.
Yeah, especially doing it out of order. It's very hard to follow sometimes.
Yes, this book is so I feel like they made it as difficult for beginners as possible, and it's offensive.
I don't think that it was ever really, I don't think the intended audience was ever the layman. Not at least initially. Like, it was meant for the religious scholars and people who put the time in to study it to learn better,
right.
Because
I understand that, and I know it's just a collection. It's not something that you're supposed to read straight through. But the thing is I've always been told, read the Bible.
Sure, yeah.
So here I am reading the Bible, and I've never once heard anybody tell me, but take notes as you go, and there's shit that's, like, not just out of order, but, like, really inconveniently placed that you might want to skip to the end.
Well, you and I have talked about this a lot. I think that when we finish, quote unquote, finish the Bible, I think there's going to be a lot of going back to cover different things. And I think some of that could involve timelining some of this stuff. Yeah. Because it was so out of place. It was so out of order that, a lot of the messages get muddled in this back and forth between, oh, this person said this about this here, but then this about that same thing here. And the same thing,
right.
Just it's on and on through the Bible. Like, you can't keep, why are we going back to that one thing, hundreds of years ago here?
Well, I was starting to lose track of all of the kings and leaders before we got here.
Sure.
Remember when we started getting into the age of the kings, and I was like, oh no, I'm done. I can't remember all of this.
Right. I don't know that, to me also, I'm not sure that the message of the exact names of the kings and the timelines should be, I don't know that should be the important part. The message is what, the messages that God is giving these people, right? In the Bible, right? In canon. That is supposed to be the overriding theme, the overriding message that we're supposed to be getting anyway.
That's what I've always been told, but it's clearly not true.
Right.
And that's...
Well, it would make it easier to follow these messages if we could get them in context.
Right.
And they're just not in context.
I'm put out over this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm frustrated.
I get it.
As I was reading my notes, I was like, I remember when I'm going to stop and I'm just going to get reading, okay?
Okay.
So, in the 14th year of King Hezekiah's reign, remember that guy?
Yeah.
Sennacherib, king of Assyria. Remember Sennacherib?
Not exactly, no.
Okay, well, hopefully you will, because he was a big deal. We were dealing with him for a bit. They had a battle.
Got it.
Sennacherib, king of Assyria, attacked all the fortified cities of Judah and captured them.
Oh.
Then the king of Assyria sent his field commander with a large army from Lachish to King Hezekiah at Jerusalem. So this part is, we've read this before.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
When the commander stopped at the aqueduct of the upper pool on the road to the launderer's field, Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, the palace administrator, Shebna, the secretary, and Joah, son of Asaph, the recorder, went out to him.
Okay.
The field commander said to them, "Tell Hezekiah, this is what the great king, the king of Assyria, says. On what are you basing this confidence of yours? You say you have counsel and might for war, but you speak only empty words. On whom are you depending that you rebel against me? Look, I know you are depending on Egypt, that splintered reed of a staff, which pierces the hand of anyone who leans on it."
Wow. That's harsh words.
Right? Big words.
Yeah.
"Such is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who depend on him." Damn, trash talking the Pharaoh.
They do not like Egypt.
"But if you say to me, 'We are depending on the Lord our God,' isn't he the one whose high places and altars Hezekiah removed, saying to Judah and Jerusalem, 'You must worship before this altar'? Come now, make a bargain with my master, the king of Assyria. I will give you 2,000 horses, if you can put riders on them. How then can you repulse one officer of the least of my master's officials, even though you are depending on Egypt for chariots and horsemen?" So are you following all this?
Yeah, Hezekiah, or I'm sorry, not Hezekiah. The Assyrians are saying, we've got you surrounded. We're really powerful. We've destroyed all your shit, and you're relying on Egypt, but obviously they can't be relied on. So,
and I thought it was supposed to be that your God was so powerful,
right.
So why aren't you depending on your God?
Yeah,
instead of on Egypt,
right.
And then also he's saying, we have so many horsemen, we have so many horses that even our horses outnumber your army.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even put men on all the horses that we have.
Right.
So he's like seriously trash talking these guys.
Well, and trying to get, I mean, like, he probably doesn't want to battle any more than anybody else, you know? So he's like, can you guys just give up already? Like, we've won.
Exactly.
We've got you fucking surrounded.
Yeah. Then Eliakim, Shebna, and Joah said to the field commander, and I think that this is the part you might remember.
Okay.
Please speak to your servants in Aramaic, since we understand it. Don't speak to us in Hebrew in the hearing of the people on the wall. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So we have read this before.
Right.
Because they didn't want the people to overhear the Assyrian king's people telling them, you guys are all but beat. You guys, like, we have you surrounded, like you said, and, we outnumber you.
I don't think when we read it the first time, I don't think it was spelled out in so much detail.
It wasn't.
It was definitely a lot shorter snippet.
And we didn't really understand, like, what the fuck is happening.
Right.
So I think it's neat.
Yeah, but this would have been nice to have this context when we were in the earlier chapter.
It would have been cool to read this at that time.
Right, yeah.
But the commander replied, was it only to your master and you that my master sent me to say these things, and not to the people sitting on the wall, who, like you, will have to eat their own excrement and drink their own urine?
Ooh, damn.
He's like, we've got you surrounded. We can starve you out.
Y'all are fucked.
You're going to be eating your own shit and piss in a minute here, so fuck off.
They might as well know, yeah.
Yeah. Then the commander stood and called out in Hebrew, hear the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. This is what the king says. Do not let Hezekiah deceive you. He cannot deliver you. So he's saying, don't follow your own king.
Yeah.
Do not let Hezekiah persuade you to trust in the Lord when he says, the Lord will surely deliver us. This city will not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. Do not listen to Hezekiah. This is what the king of Assyria says. Make peace with me and come out. Then each of you will eat fruit from your own vine and fig tree and drink water from your own cistern until I come and take you to a land like your own, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards. So he's saying basically either we're going to come and starve you out, and then we're going to come in and kill you all, slaughter you, or
you can join us as probable slaves or something.
Well, you can sit here at home safe and sound for a few days until we come back through, and then we will just peacefully take you and relocate you.
Right.
Like, you will be rehomed. And like you said, probably as slaves.
Right.
But in the meantime...
But the alternative is death and starvation, so...
Right. So, I mean, it's not a horrible offer, but it's like prolonging.
Right. It's not death anyway.
It's not instant death.
Right.
It's just a slow death.
Sure.
Do not let Hezekiah mislead you when he says, the Lord will deliver us. Have the gods of any nations ever delivered their lands from the hand of the king of Assyria? Boom. I was reading some notes from an apologist, and he was like, this isn't to say that they believed that there were other gods. They just acknowledged that other people believed in other gods.
Okay.
And I'm like...
okay. Yeah, whatever.
Right. I'm just like, we could get into this, but...
Right.
This isn't the only place in the Bible.
I honestly don't... The way the Bible reads to me, it doesn't feel like people took God as seriously as they do today, even.
Yeah,
I agree. Like they were more just this entity that it was like a crapshoot, like, sometimes, I want this God to win today, so we're gonna bow to this God.
Like, sometimes we're like super spiritual and we're like, oh, look at our great crops, and we should like thank that God, or oh, our crops are shitty, we should pray to this God.
Right.
But like any other time when it's just like middle ground, they probably weren't even thinking of the God.
It feels that way.
Right.
Because they had other idols and stuff most of the time anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So. Where are the gods of Hamath and Arpad? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim? Have they rescued Samaria from my hand?
I'm going to guess no.
I'm going to go with no.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of
I don't know
places.
the answer, but yeah, that doesn't sound like...
Right?
Yeah.
Who of all the gods of these countries have been able to save their lands from me? How then can the Lord deliver Jerusalem from my hand? But the people remained silent and said nothing in reply because the king had commanded, do not answer him.
Okay.
Do you remember all of that?
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, I call bullshit. They would have said something.
Right.
Then Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, the palace administrator, Shebna the secretary, and Jonah, son of Asaph, the recorder, went to Hezekiah with their clothes torn and told him what the field commander had said. The end.
Oh, that was it?
That was it for that chapter.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So that was just like a very much...
It was that
much more detailed version of what we read before.
It's that conversation expanded upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing special about this chapter because it's all basically stuff we've already read.
Yeah.
And yeah, here's this battle happening. And I can even imagine that, you know, not even imagine. I know this because we already fucking read it, but like God's going to win, you know, like that's and of course we're reading the Bible. So we always know, even if we don't know, God's going to win.
Yeah.
You know, if he wants us to lose, we'll lose, but we'll only lose temporarily, and then we'll win somewhere down the line.
Maybe.
Either way,
it doesn't matter.
We're winning,
we're with God,
essentially.
So it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. It's
right.
all fine.
I mean, it's like any story that you expect to win. You're going to win.
It's a Hallmark movie, but with slavery, rape, and lots and lots of blood and murder.
Yeah. No, it is what it is.
You know the ending, you just don't know how it's going to get there.
Right.
And they might pick out a Christmas tree on the way.
All right. Well, anyway, that was a repeat of something we already knew.
From 2 Kings.
Mm-hmm. And so that was Hezekiah chapter...
No, that was Isaiah.
Oh, my God. Wow. I just threw that out there. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 36.
Yes.
Which means that tomorrow we will be back with...
Isaiah chapter 37.
All right. We'll see you then.
Yep. Bye. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember where we are and how we got here and what the hell is up?
Well, we are in Isaiah and we just finished chapter 36.
Correct.
And I gotta be honest, I'm struggling here, but I think there was a lot of help me out here. Yeah.
It was a re-up of what happened in 2 Kings.
That's right.
When the king of Assyria sent his main man to go talk shit.
Yeah, the Assyrians had just like taken down a lot of their other cities and they had surrounded Jerusalem and then the guys went out to meet them and they were talking shit about everything and they were like, don't talk in that language.
And they were
can,
like,
whatever.
Shh, keep it on the down low. You're scaring the peoples. And dude was like, fuck you, I'll shout it.
Right. Yeah.
And he actually did some good talk shit.
Yeah. And it was a lot more detail than was in 2 Kings. So it was actually, it would have been nice to have back when we read that, which I did in our podcast. I did link to those other episodes that it was in.
Oh, good, because sometimes we forget.
Yeah, and it was 2
18
Kings
or 19?
It was 2 Kings 18 and 19.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of goes through both of those.
I didn't realize it was both of them.
Yeah.
I knew, like, I tracked it down to one or the other, but I didn't realize it was both.
Yep. Before we get into what we're doing today, I did have a shout out I want to give here to a new patron.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they joined our Patreon as under the name Amanita Soul.
Which is fucking hilarious. Like, Amanita is just a neat name, but then you add soul to the end of that.
No, it took me a minute to actually get it because I was like, what? That's a really cool name. But then I was like, Soul. And then Amanita. Oh, yeah, Amanita Soul.
Amanita Soul.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. But their name is actually Terry D. And we wanted to really thank them immensely for joining as a new patron.
Terry D, thank you.
And we just can never really appreciate you enough. I mean, what you do for us by joining as a patron really helps keep this thing going, pays for the things that we need to have paid for. And I mean, it just means so much to us and helps us out so much.
It's true. We are just ever grateful.
Definitely.
So thank you,
definitely.
Terry, very much.
Thank you, Terry, very, very much. That being said, we just finished Isaiah chapter 36, which
Correct.
means that today we're going to be getting into
Isaiah chapter 37.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, we are hopping into chapter 37 of Isaiah.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
When King Hezekiah heard this.
Okay, yeah. When they were bitching and they
Yeah.
came back, like, this is what they were saying, man.
And yeah, because they were like, that guy, he cussed God and then he cussed our people.
Right.
And they have us surrounded.
Yeah.
And they want us to just give up.
Right.
And go with them quietly.
Yeah, and he says you're full of shit, basically.
Right. So when King Hezekiah heard this from his dudes, he tore his clothes and put on sackcloth and went into the temple of the Lord. So he was distraught. Okay. And that's kind of cool. The first thing he did was like, I'm going to go to God.
Right. I mean, he didn't really think, when he sent them out there, he didn't really think they were just going to, like, walk away, did he?
I have no idea what dude thought.
Because, I mean, they surrounded the fucking city.
Right. Right.
I don't think that usually means they're just going to walk away.
Well, I think that they had brought like money or something like that, like to say, like, please don't kill us or something.
I see. Okay.
Like I seem to recall that was kind of a thing, or they were going to negotiate something.
Got it.
And
or they were trying to like say like, our God says you're going to get screwed, so you need to get bent and go away.
Yeah, either that or take our money.
Right. Yeah. One of the two.
Right. Okay, so the king Hezekiah. Oh, you know what? I have a thing to say about he went into the temple of the Lord. Like, there was some controversy when I was reading that because he's not supposed to go into the actual temple.
Oh.
Like, based back early on when they were, like, building all of these things. Like, you're not supposed to physically enter the house of the Lord unless you're, like, a Levite or a
right. Yeah.
priest.
Okay.
And so apologists were like, oh, it wasn't the actual temple. It was like the waiting lobby or, the outer part of it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Whatever.
It doesn't say that, but okay.
Right.
Like, it's such a silly point to argue that I don't know why anybody would be like, they're not supposed to go in there. And then I don't know why anybody else would be like, it's not what it meant.
Well, if you're talking about exactness of phrases and stuff, then I mean, I guess it matters, but to me, that doesn't really, I don't give a shit.
I don't either. Like, let me be in charge of what's important and what's not.
Yeah.
Okay. He sent Eliakim, the palace administrator, Shebna, the secretary, and the leading priests, all wearing sackcloth, to the prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz. So first he went to the temple and he prayed, and then he went to the man speaking for God.
Well, he sent his people.
He sent his dudes. Yeah. They told him, this is what Hezekiah says. Okay, so the dudes are speaking for Hezekiah.
There's a lot of people speaking for other people.
It's true. It's true. This day is a day of distress and rebuke and disgrace, as when children come to the moment of birth and there is no strength to deliver them.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that actually happened to me.
Yeah.
my child got stuck.
Yeah.
They didn't want to come out.
Right.
It may be that the Lord your God will hear the words of the field commander, whom his master, the king of Assyria, has sent to ridicule the living God, and that he will rebuke him for the words the Lord your God has heard. Therefore, pray for the remnant that still survives. So, King Hezekiah is like saying, I mean, hopefully God overheard that whole conversation.
Yeah.
And will give him the smackdown, but we can't do anything about that either way. So we're just going to pray for the few survivors.
Sure. Okay.
Which, that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean,
but wait, is this what Isaiah is saying? Or is this what the people that are going to Isaiah are saying?
The guys are speaking for Hezekiah. They're
okay.
They're like, hey, Isaiah, Hezekiah wanted us to tell you that those guys were assholes. And King Hezekiah is like hoping that God overheard that, but either way, he's like, we need to pray, and you're the man of God, Isaiah. So can you
help us out here?
we need you to pray
to
God for the
put
people.
like a really important, note on this or something.
Right, like urgent.
Yeah.
When King Hezekiah's officials came to Isaiah, Isaiah said to them, "Tell your master, this is what the Lord says." So yeah, we're playing.
It's like a game of telephone.
What about if the Lord and Hezekiah talk to each other?
Right? That seems like it'd be a lot more efficient.
Like, cut the middleman.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Just why? Isaiah said to them, "Tell your master, this is what the Lord says. Do not be afraid of what you have heard. Those words with which the underlings of the king of Assyria have blasphemed me." So God did hear it.
Yeah.
He was fine with his people getting blasphemed, but
not God.
Don't you
not
blaspheme him. God, because he is a uppity bitch.
Yeah, he's gonna eat you up now.
Yes. "Listen," he says. "When he hears a certain report, I will make him want to return to his own country. And there, I will have him cut down with the sword." Boom.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
I mean, yeah, that's not good for them.
He's like, Isaiah is telling them, God got you. You don't worry.
Right. Yeah.
Which, I don't know how I feel about that.
This doesn't sound, I don't know. It feels like they've already lost here.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time believing that this is like any type of a historical account.
Right.
If these people really did take over like this whole area and then had Jerusalem surrounded the way they're talking about, there's no fucking way.
Didn't you see Sparta? When the field commander heard that the king of Assyria had left Lachish, he withdrew and found the king fighting against Libnah. Now Sennacherib received a report that Tirhakah, the king of Cush, was marching out to fight against him. When he heard it, he sent messengers to Hezekiah with this word: "Say to Hezekiah, king of Judah, do not let the God you depend on deceive you when he says Jerusalem will not be given into the hands of the king of Assyria." So he's like, these guys are coming to get me, but still, like, don't you be thinking that your God's on your side. He's on my side.
Okay. All right.
"Surely you have heard what the
So these are competing ideas here, right? Is that what we're...
No. There's other nations that are now coming against hold on. King of Cush was marching. These other guys are coming against the king of Assyria now.
Okay.
But
I thought they were going to get in trouble for asking for help from other nations too.
They didn't ask for help from other nations.
They just showed up.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
right.
They didn't show up to help Hezekiah. They're just like, hey, while these guys are at war with each other, let's war them too.
Okay.
So they're like, get them.
Sure.
And so Sennacherib is like, well, don't be fooled into thinking that this is like good. God's not really on your side, you fuckfaces.
Right.
When the field commander heard that the king of Assyria had left Lachish, I just read that, sorry. Now Sennacherib received I just read that too. Sorry. Okay. When he heard that they were marching to fight against him, he sent messengers. Say to the king of his I didn't realize how far back I had scrolled. Sorry. Okay. Jerusalem will not be given into the hands of the king of Assyria.
Okay.
Surely you have heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all the countries, destroying them completely. And will you be delivered? Did the gods of the nations that were destroyed by my predecessors deliver them? The gods of Gozan, Haran, Rezeph, and the people of Eden who were in Telassar? Ooh, Eden.
Wow.
Huh? What? Where is the king of Hamath or the king of Arpad? Where are the kings of Lair, Sepharvaim, Henna, Iva?
If I had to guess, I'd say dead.
Yeah.
Or enslaved.
Yeah. Like, basically, all these various little gods mean nothing. Like,
right.
I'm not worried about them.
Yeah.
Hezekiah received the letter from the messengers and read it. Then he went up to the temple of the Lord and spread it out before the Lord, because the Lord can only read it if you...
if you take it up really high and then spread it out.
And he's like, put on your monocle. And Hezekiah prayed to the Lord. Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, enthroned between the cherubim,
You alone are God over all the kingdoms of the earth, even though the majority of them have never heard of you and don't know anything about you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have made heaven and earth, but you didn't, though. Give ear, Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, Lord, and see. Listen to all the words Sennacherib has sent to ridicule the living God. It is true, Lord, that the Assyrian kings have laid waste all these peoples and their lands. They have thrown their gods into the fire and destroyed them, for they were not gods, but only wood and stone, fashioned by human hands. Now, Lord our God, deliver us from his hand, so that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you, Lord, are the only God.
Okay.
That's a strong prayer, actually.
Prove yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that's a strong prayer.
Right.
I kind of, that's showing your faith. I respect that, honestly.
Right.
You're about to get beat, might as well. Then Isaiah, son of Amos, so Isaiah, the prophet.
Yeah.
Sent a message to Hezekiah, the king. Okay. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, because God is too much of a little bitch to come talk to you himself. He told me to tell you.
Right.
Because you have prayed to me concerning Sennacherib, king of Assyria, this is the word the Lord has spoken against him. Okay, are you following this?
Yeah.
He's like,
the God's now speaking against the king of Assyria.
Yeah. He's like, God heard him.
Because of the prayer that Hezekiah did, and now God is telling Isaiah to tell Hezekiah that through
He's like,
him.
I heard them, and I read your letter.
See, again, it all seems very inefficient.
Yes.
So.
That's not very practical.
No.
For a God who's supposed to be perfect.
Especially when you have enemies right outside your walls.
Right? At the gates. Enemies
they're
at the
here.
gate.
They're here.
Yeah. Virgin daughter Zion despises and mocks you. Daughter Jerusalem tosses her head as you flee. Who is it you have ridiculed and blasphemed? Against whom have you raised your voice and lifted your eyes in pride? Against the Holy One of Israel. How dare you fucking insult me, you bastards?
But is this Isaiah saying this to them, the Assyrians?
No, he's still talking to Hezekiah.
Okay.
And he's speaking for the Lord.
Got it.
By your messengers, because he's telling Hezekiah to tell them.
Okay. Yeah.
By your messengers.
So he's going to send his people again.
Yeah. You have
ridiculed. Hezekiah is going to send his people again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By your messengers, you have ridiculed the Lord.
Oh, wait. No, he's talking about Assyria.
Yes. But he's talking to... Isaiah is speaking for the Lord, talking to Hezekiah, saying, send your guys to talk to Sennacherib.
No, that's not what it's saying at all.
What?
It's saying he's talking about Assyria and the messengers that he sent to them.
Listen. Then Isaiah, son of Amos, sent a message to Hezekiah.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Because you have prayed to me concerning Sennacherib, king of Assyria, this is the word the Lord has spoken against him.
Okay, yeah, I'm still with you.
Virgin daughter Zion despises and mocks you. Daughter Jerusalem tosses her head as you flee. Who is it you have ridiculed and blasphemed? Against whom have you raised your voice and lifted your eyes in pride? Against the Holy One of Israel. By your messengers you have ridiculed the Lord, and you have said, with my many chariots I have ascended the heights of the mountains, the utmost heights of Lebanon.
Oh, so this is the message they're sending back, that they have that they have ridiculed them through their messengers.
Yes.
Okay, there's just too many fucking messengers.
Yes.
I'm having trouble keeping track of it all.
I know. Well, he didn't specifically change his and tell Hezekiah, tell the messengers. I just understood that when he said, by the words you guys have said, you messengers of whatever.
Right.
So you were just supposed to just know it.
Yeah.
And that's hard
it's just not clear.
It's not clear. I have cut down Lebanon. I have cut down its tallest cedars, the choicest of its junipers. I have reached its remotest heights, the finest of its forests. I have dug wells in foreign lands and drunk the water there. With the soles of my feet, I have dried up all the streams of Egypt. Have you not heard? Long ago, I ordained it. In days of old I planned it. Now I have brought it to pass that you have turned fortified cities into piles of stone. Their people, drained of power, are dismayed and put to shame. They are like plants in the field, like tender green shoots, like grass sprouting on the roof, scorched before it grows up. But I know where you are, and when you come and go, and how you rage against me. Because you rage against me, and because your insolence has reached my ears, I will put my hook in your nose and my bit in your mouth, and I will make you return by the way you motherfucking came.
He was doing that to his own people, though. You remember he was putting the bit in the Israelis' mouth.
But now he's doing it to Assyria, so it's good.
I guess, yeah.
Sennacherib. So,
right.
So we cheer now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
JK.
Yeah.
This will be the sign. Oh, he's talking back to Hezekiah now.
Okay. Yeah.
Isaiah, speaking for God, is now directing the message to Hezekiah.
Okay.
This will be the sign for you, Hezekiah.
Okay.
This year you will eat what grows by itself, and the second year what springs from that. But in the third year, sow and reap, plant vineyards and eat their fruit. Once more, a remnant of the kingdom of Judah will take root below and bear fruit above. For out of Jerusalem will come a remnant, and out of Mount Zion a band of survivors.
So he's basically saying, yes, you all got destroyed except for this little group of you
This
here
remnant.
in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And you're all going to grow back out of here and become something again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Again.
Right. Again and again and again and again. Right.
The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. Therefore, this is what the Lord says concerning the king of Assyria. He will not enter this city or shoot an arrow here. He will not come before it with shield or build a siege ramp against it. By the way that he came, he will return. He will not enter this city, declares the Lord. I will defend this city and save it for my sake and for the sake of David, my servant. Because remember, he had said, descendants of David will sit on the throne forever.
Right.
Then the angel of the Lord, it wasn't the Lord anymore. It's the angel of the Lord.
All right.
The angel of the Lord went out and put to death 185,000 in the Assyrian camp.
Wow.
Remember that?
Yeah. I do remember that.
But I thought
But that's not turning them back the way they came. That's just killing them all.
And I thought it was 165, but now it's 185.
They never get math right in the book.
And I'm bad with numbers, so that could be on me.
Sure.
But
that's just like,
boom, dead.
Yeah.
What?
And we talked about this at the time when we read it the first time, and it was just baffling. Like, what the fuck happened?
It came out of the blue, like, oh, you just killed a population.
Well, like, there's not a lot of other times in the Bible where God specifically
wipes out
kills
an entire
groups of people,
like with the snap of a finger.
Right. Like, no, it's usually done by some army that he's,
a tool.
Yeah, a tool.
Yeah.
So this is one of the few times where an angel of the Lord or the Lord, whatever,
right,
chooses to just vanquish an army.
Right.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
And you would think that would resonate, I think, still today.
Right.
Like outside of the Bible.
If that actually happened.
Right.
Yeah. No.
There'd be like some like what the fuck type stuff going on. Like what happened?
165,000 fucking people just killed over dead. What?
Yeah, that would be odd.
Right? When the people got up the next morning, there were all the dead bodies. Oh, that stinks.
Man, that's not good.
That is not. I don't want to be there for that.
No.
I'm not on that detail.
Right.
So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, broke camp and withdrew. He returned to Nineveh and stayed there. One day, while he was worshipping in the temple of his god Nisroch, his sons Adramelech and Sherazir killed him with the sword.
Son of a bitch.
And they escaped to the land of Ararat. And Esarhaddon, his son, succeeded him as king. The end.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a rough time there.
Yep.
Huh. Well, I mean, and I'm just not going to attribute to God at all, because he lost a battle, obviously, right? That this is what's actually being discussed here. He lost a battle.
Right.
And obviously that culture was very much about showing strength, right?
Yes.
So when he lost a battle, if he lost a battle, if this really happened at some level, like somebody beat him in war,
Right.
he was weak in the eyes of other people, so they killed him and then they took power.
Right.
That's the way things worked, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, I'd really like to know if this does match up in any way whatsoever to like any type of historical event. I don't think it does, but it would be like that would be something I'd be interested in looking into for the Q&A possibly.
Q&A, baby.
Right? Yeah. Cuz it's such a crazy event.
Right.
It's such a big amount of people that die at the hand of God.
165,000 people.
I thought they said 185 in there.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
65,
a large amount of
85,
people.
yeah.
Right. But yeah, I would just be curious. So, all right. Do you have anything else for us today?
I do not have anything else for us today.
Awesome. Well, that was Isaiah chapter 37.
It sure as fuck was.
Which means that we'll be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 38.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what happened yesterday and where we are?
Well, yesterday you were sick as fuck.
I was.
So yesterday I put out a special replay of an old Christmas episode we did a couple years ago.
I was
But
sick.
prior to that, we did Isaiah chapter 37.
Correct.
And I believe in that chapter, the angel of the Lord killed like 100 and something thousand people.
85.
Yeah.
185,000 people.
And God and Hezekiah were playing phone tag with all the messengers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and Sennacherib's guys.
right.
So everybody was like saying, God told me to tell you to tell.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, it was extremely hard to follow.
It really was.
I'm like, God, just talk to each other for crying out loud.
And it made it worse in that we've actually already read some of this in 2 Kings. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, that was Isaiah chapter 37.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Isaiah chapter 38.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, let's get into Isaiah chapter 38.
Okay.
And again, I don't typically do this, but I feel it necessary to read the header of this one.
Yeah.
Because, not because it pertains to the Bible in any particular way, but because it's funny to me.
Okay.
It's Hezekiah's sickness. And I'm like, oh, I relate to that.
Yeah, and just for the record, I'm going to apologize up front. Wife is still sick.
Yeah.
And still struggling a little bit with things. So, but we're here doing this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just to clarify, like my sickness involved head fog and losing time. Like I was so distracted and dizzy. I would space out and then catch myself spacing out and look down at my phone and like 20 to 30 minutes had passed. And I don't think I was kidnapped by aliens. I think that I'm having a really hard time focusing and
right.
Yeah. So sorry about that. I'm trying to get better, but if I'm off tonight, that's why.
Yep.
All right. In those days, Hezekiah became ill.
Okay.
I understand, my bro.
Yeah.
And was at the point of death. Let's hope I'm not there.
I remember this from the earlier chapters at probably 2 Kings still.
Yeah. Yeah. This is all 2 Kings stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened with him?
I think that he makes some sort of deal and like gets better and something. I don't know.
Good job. Good job. The prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz, went to him, Hezekiah, and said, "This is what the Lord says. Put your house in order because you're going to die.
Oh.
You will not recover, motherfucker." Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. "Remember, Lord, how I have walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion and have done what is good in your eyes."
Wait, it was God that told him this?
Yeah. God told Isaiah to tell Hezekiah.
That's right. I vaguely remember that. Like, okay, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to recall exactly.
Yeah.
So okay.
So Hezekiah's sad.
Yeah.
And he wept bitterly. Then the word of the Lord came to Isaiah.
Okay.
Go and tell Hezekiah, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will add 15 years to your life, and I will deliver you and this city from the hand of the king of Assyria.
Didn't he already do that? You
I
already
will
did that.
defend this city.
He already did that.
Yeah.
He killed
He did.
185 fucking thousand people.
But there would probably was the chance that they would regather themselves and some kind of retribution would happen.
All right.
Like, how dare.
Okay.
And so God's saying, don't worry about that.
I just think it's funny that God's like, I'm going to kill you. And then he watches him beg and plead and cry for his fucking life. And then God's like, I'm not going to talk to you again. I'm going to go talk to Isaiah over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him I'm going to give you a better deal.
I'll give you 15 measly years.
Because you begged and pleaded to me.
Right, right. This is the Lord's sign to you that the Lord will do what he has promised. I will make the shadow cast by the sun go back the 10 steps it has gone down on the stairway of Ahaz. So the sunlight went back the 10 steps it had gone down. Now what's interesting to note in this is that in 2 Kings, in that version, God gave Isaiah the choice of having it move forward or back. And Isaiah chose have it go back because that seemed to be to him the harder way to have the sundial move back 10 whatever.
Got it.
10 shadow digits or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So the sunlight went back 10 steps. So
okay.
Either he moved...
He turned back time.
Yeah. And I think at the time we said, if I could turn back time. I'm sure we did.
Yeah, I mean, it would only... It had to...
If we didn't, that'd be a travesty.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We failed if we did not do that.
Right? A writing of Hezekiah, king of Judah, after his illness and recovery.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I said, in the prime of my life, must I go through the gates of death and be robbed the rest of my years? I said, I will not again see the Lord himself in the land of the living. No longer will I look on my fellow man or be with those who now dwell in this world. Like a shepherd's tent, my house has been pulled down and taken from me. Like a weaver, I have rolled up my life, and he has cut me off from the loom. Day and night, you make an end of me.
Wait, this is supposedly after he recovered, right? He wrote this after he recovered? I thought that's what you said when you started that.
After his illness and recovery, yeah.
So why is he bitching about dying?
Because he's only got 15 years to wrap up his shit. And he's saying, I got to get this done, and I'm not going to see God again. You know, the next time I see God will be the end of my life.
Do you think you would want to know when you would die?
I have mixed feelings on it.
Yeah.
Because, in the notes that I was taking, or the stuff that I was researching, a lot of people said that it was a boon because then you would have the time to make things right and to tie up loose threads and, to see to your affairs and say goodbye to all the people that you love.
But I feel like I feel like life in general, right? Life is about making plans and about, doing things and fulfilling, goals and things like that, right? So if you know when you're going to die, though, you're going to spend a large portion of that time that you have left just preparing to die.
Right.
And not preparing to live.
Exactly.
So I feel like it robs you. It's so much like what he's writing, I guess. It robs you of your life. It robs you of choice.
I have a story I can relate that kind of touches on that.
Yeah.
When my dad was in the military, he was stationed overseas on this teeny tiny Air Force base in southern Italy.
Yeah. That
no longer exists.
Right.
And on this base, it was just like this perfect microcosm of humanity, at least for me and for a lot of the people that I keep in touch with from that time. We all miss it fondly.
Yeah.
And some of us more than others even ache for it. I am one of those.
Sure.
I can remember at the time, we had this thing called a short timers calendar. And it's where you have a calendar and you mark up, you count down to the day that you're leaving.
Right.
Because a lot of times people would be excited, to leave,
get back to the States.
Well, or to go to their next assignment.
Sure.
Like a lot of people were going to a different country or they're going home to their family.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. They hate their
their boss and they can't wait to get to their next job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So there's any number of reasons. So we had this short timers calendar and we marked off as a family every day as our time was getting shorter. And I just remember my mom, my dad, and my sister couldn't wait. And I was filled with dread because somehow I just knew I was in this perfect spot that I would never see again.
Well, and you told me a lot of stories. You built a really, like, you're all the people you knew were there. So,
I was there from 5th to 10th grade.
Right.
So it was like a very important part of my childhood and youth.
Right.
And, my first love was there.
Yeah.
The first boy I ever had a crush on, my first kiss, like basically my first almost everything was right there. And to know that it was coming to an end almost put a pall over the beauty of it. Like I knew it was wonderful in the moment. They tell you be present and appreciate what you have. And I did that, but I was also aware daily with the countdown that it was going to end and when to the very date.
Yeah.
And that was hard. So I don't know if I would want to know.
Would it have been harder or easier if you would have just been, pulled out and moved away?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean,
I'm just curious, like that's kind of what I was getting at is like, is it better to not know or is it better to know?
I don't know because, I suppose that there were people that would have been stationed there and then like something came up and they might have got transferred like within a few days.
Right.
Emergency or something. I don't know those situations because I was not a service member at that time.
I guess the way I feel about it, like especially with a case like that, you would probably know at least a day or two ahead of time. The people that are really important to you, you're gonna run around real quick and say goodbye. Like you're still gonna get to say goodbye.
Yes.
It's just not gonna be this long drawn out process where you spend a lot of time saying goodbye.
Well, and the thing is, like, we were so used to people coming and going that saying goodbye for some of us was just like this really weird
thing.
Yeah, it was weirdly normal.
Right.
And this is the day when I'm going around to get everybody's addresses so that we can write and stay in touch.
But it's also a little bit different when you're the one leaving. Like,
it is.
You were there from 5th to 10th grade, so you saw a lot of people come and go. But you weren't the one going during that time frame. So then it was your turn to go.
Right.
That's a bigger deal for you. Not necessarily for the people that are still there. But
that is true because my dad was there that last time for 5 years, and that was very unusual. Normally people were there for like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
My dad got stationed there 3 separate times, which is also unusual. And that last time we were there for that 5 years. And, so I mean... I was there on and off for about 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous, but also cool, but also I can never go home. But also a lot of people can't. Like I have all of the feelings that a refugee might have, but without any of that like extra emotional baggage. Like I can't claim that status and it would be cruel to even compare myself to that.
Sure.
So I just have this very unique situation. But as far as like knowing when a thing is coming to an end. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Sure. No,
it did make it harder to appreciate the moment.
I'd be curious to hear some other people's points of view on that.
I really would too.
Let us know what you feel about that situation.
Yeah.
Like, would you want to know? Would you not want to know?
Right. Yeah.
And why?
That is a good question. I don't think there's a right answer. I think.
No, I
think it's more of a philosophical, rhetorical question than a what is the answer question.
I believe I have my answer. I don't think I would want to know. That's how I feel about it. Anyway.
I don't think I would want to know either. But I don't know that for sure.
Right.
I mean, I don't think you can know for sure.
Sure. Right.
All right. Anyway, getting back to this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Dwell in this world, blah, blah, blah. Like a shepherd's tent, my house has been pulled down and taken from me. Like a weaver, I have rolled up my life, and he has cut me off from the loom. Day and night, you made an end of me. I waited patiently till dawn, but like a lion, he broke all my bones. Day and night, you made an end of me. I cried like a swift or thrush. I moaned like a mourning dove. My eyes grew weak as I looked into the heavens. I am being threatened. Lord, come to my aid. But what can I say?
He has spoken to me, and he himself has done this.
Yeah.
I will walk humbly all my years because of this anguish of my soul. Lord, by such things people live, and my spirit finds life in them too. You restored me to health and let me live. Surely it was for my benefit that I suffered such anguish.
Oh, so he was talking about the anguish he was having while he was sick, not the anguish about the upcoming death after the 15 years. Because then he said afterwards.
Oh yeah, after his illness and recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was talking, that whole thing was about him reflecting on the time when he was sick.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that makes, I guess, a little bit more sense. I don't, it must have been pretty traumatic if he's writing about it after the fact, you know?
Yeah.
Must have been really fucking bad.
I guess. I don't really relate to this whole, surely it was for my benefit that I suffered such anguish. Like,
yeah.
it's that silver lining thing. And I'm like, okay, there's positivity, but then there's also toxic positivity.
Yeah, I can understand, like, people go through traumatic events and they often say that they appreciate life more afterwards, right? That is the thing I hear as a common theme of people that have been through traumatic events. I don't know how long that euphoria lasts after that.
Right.
But it is a common theme that I hear from people. That being said, I don't feel like God telling you, I'm going to kill you, and then letting you live is one of those things. That's just him. I feel like that's him toying with you.
Yeah.
Like, either you're going to kill me or you're not.
Right.
Why you changed your mind after talking to Isaiah or something, or after I cried?
You heard me pray.
That's fucking bullshit, man. You're God, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why that sentence kind of threw me like, I'm not down with that.
Right.
In your love, you kept me from the pit of destruction. You have put all my sins behind your back. Okay, here's the thing. So Hezekiah is saying, since you gave me more years, you gave me time to get right with God.
Okay.
Because I have had all of this sin in my life, I can now turn away from it. I've got time to
fix it.
Yeah, to no longer be a sinner or whatever.
Yeah. So I had to take issue with that too, though, because some people he didn't give time, and he, like, some people he didn't even give a fucking chance,
right?
Like the Aaron's sons, struck those fuckers dead, like they didn't get any fucking chances.
Uzzah.
Right? Yeah. It's very hit or miss how he,
right? Depends on if they have an important story or not, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the grave cannot praise you, death cannot sing your praise. Those who go down to the pit cannot hope for your faithfulness. The living, they praise you, as I am doing today. Parents tell their children about your faithfulness. The Lord will save me, and we will sing with stringed instruments all the days of our lives in the temple of the Lord.
Okay.
Isaiah had said, prepare a poultice of figs and apply it to the boil, and he will recover. Hezekiah had asked, what will be the sign that I will go up to the temple of the Lord? The end.
Okay.
So I read a thing about the poultice of figs applied to the boil.
Yeah.
That it's like, how was it phrased? It was like a sign within a sign. Because apparently something in the fig should have made the sore on the boil like worse.
Oh.
So not only didn't it make it worse, it actually healed it.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why? Well, what's the symbolism there, though?
That was a sign.
Oh.
It's not symbolism. It's just it's a sign of
God's doing this, not the
right
thing that they put on the boil or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, the first sign was that he moved the clock back 10 shadow pegs or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And so this one is that if you put figs, a poultice of figs on your boil, it'll heal immediately.
Got it.
So they put something on it that should have made it worse.
And it got better still.
And instead it got better.
Okay.
So that's magic for you.
Got it. Well, this is a story we've already read prior to this, so
Right.
I don't know that I have a lot more to say. I mean, I think I said pretty much everything I wanted to say. So
Yeah.
that was Isaiah chapter 38.
Sure as fuck was.
And let's see. We will be back. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be back tomorrow with
Q&A Saturday.
And then on Sunday this week, I believe we're doing
Patreon.
And I'll get the weekly wrap up together, and then we'll be back on Monday with
Isaiah chapter 39.
And hopefully we won't have any more sickness.
I hope not to.
Yeah. We'll see you guys.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you know what we are doing today?
We are on a Saturday here,
Mm-hmm.
which normally means that we're going to be doing a
Q&A Saturday.
That's right. And what are we Qing and Aing today?
Today we are covering the 4 chapters that we did this week instead of 5.
Why was that?
Because I was sick.
Why were you sick?
I guess I didn't pray hard enough or something.
I don't know. You got better, so you must have done something right.
I mean, better is like...
You're not as bad as you were.
I'm not as bad as I was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I took a home COVID test and it came back negative.
Right.
And I protest that, honestly. I feel like what I have is COVID.
Right.
But
right.
anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, we are covering Isaiah chapters 35 through 38.
All right. You ready to do this?
I am. Are you?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okey-dokey. Okay, so here we are jumping into our Q&A for chapters 35 through 38 of Isaiah.
Okay.
Before we do that, I did want to reiterate that the book of Isaiah is divided into 2 main parts.
Right.
And we are approaching the end of that first part. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't gotten sick,
We'd have finished it?
we would have finished it.
Oh,
Do you
man.
know how much that pains me?
Probably a lot, I'm sure.
The
Yeah.
way that the book is split, first Isaiah is chapters 1 through 39.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we could have ended the week with 39.
I know.
But
I
you
know.
got sick.
I did. I know.
All right, well.
And then, of course, second Isaiah, which is the second half of the book of Isaiah, is
Right.
chapters 40 through 66.
Okay. All right.
So we have noticed that first Isaiah is primarily concerned with the judgment and salvation of the kingdom of Judah.
Right.
And Isaiah condemns the people of Judah for their idolatry, injustice, and hypocrisy.
Right.
And he warns them that God's judgment is coming, but he also promises that a remnant of faithful people will be saved.
Right.
So that's what this whole thing has been about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to, like I said, put that out there.
Yep.
That's what we're up to.
Okay.
I don't know if you recall in chapter 35, in verse 1b through 2a, it said, like the crocus, it will burst into bloom.
Right.
And I said that it's usually translated as a rose.
Sure.
But the other 2 flowers, and I couldn't remember one of them, it was the lily or the jonquil.
Jonquil.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember you saying that at some point in the past.
Yeah.
But
That's because this was something that was already said
Right,
before
right.
in, I think, Psalms somewhere.
Okay.
But that is the flower that I was trying to recall.
Okay.
So I just find it interesting because a crocus and a rose and a lily are nothing alike. And I don't know what a jonquil looks like, but I wonder if it resembles any of them.
Right. Yeah.
So basically a fucking flower, and we have no idea which one.
Yeah. So it's a flower.
It's a flower.
Right.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to say about 35. Chapter 36, we have some really interesting stuff happen.
Okay. Yeah.
So chapter 36 was about the invasion of Sennacherib. This chapter describes the invasion of the Assyrian king Sennacherib to the kingdom of Judah under Hezekiah.
Right.
Okay. Officials from King Hezekiah's government meet Rabshakeh, the general of the armies of Assyria. Okay. And in verse 1 it says, now it came to pass in the 14th year of King Hezekiah that Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came up against all the defenced cities of Judah and took them.
Right.
Okay. Now, based on the Assyrian king Sennacherib's annals, which I will speak of in just a moment, which are found inscribed on a number of artifacts containing the record of the same event, the time referred to here can be determined as 701 BCE.
Okay.
So now, what the fuck are Sennacherib's annals? Right?
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
They're actual things that exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The annals themselves are notable for describing Sennacherib's siege of Jerusalem during the reign of King Hezekiah.
Okay.
This event is recorded in several books contained in the Bible, including Isaiah chapters 36 and 37, 2 Kings chapter 18, and 2 Chronicles chapter 32. The invasion is mentioned by Herodotus outside of the Bible, who does not refer to Judea and says the invasion ended at Pelusium on the edge of the Nile Delta.
Okay.
So there are actual artifacts.
So it's a historical event.
Yeah.
It actually happened, which I questioned, so I was wrong, because I don't know which ones to believe and which ones not to believe.
Yeah.
But that's interesting.
I found that so interesting, the historical part of it.
Did you find that it said anything interesting about, like, did they mention 185,000 people dying at the hand of God on those tablets?
No, I did not go in any further into what the annals are, because we'd have to actually read books for that.
Right.
So, which I did not do.
So what we're doing here is giving people the link. Here's the hyperlink to go check that out.
Yeah,
go check that out.
Here's a thing that exists that you might find interesting, because I did. Right. Not interesting enough that I want to go like read books on it, but just to know it's there. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, no, that intrigues me very much, and you know me, because I love history.
I know, that's why.
Now I might do some more research into that myself.
Yeah,
actually.
I could not wait to tell you about Sennacherib's annals.
No,
I'm
of very, very interested. Yeah.
So it should be noted here that the text in Isaiah 36 chapter 36 verse 1 omits the admission of defeat and the payment for substantial reparations by Hezekiah to Sennacherib, which is recorded in 2 Kings chapter 18.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
I always like when I...
You had remembered that. I didn't remember that one. Like, you had said something about that either during the podcast or when we were talking amongst ourselves. I can't remember which, but you had mentioned that to me at some point, either, like I said, in the podcast or not, but...
Well, I always, when I see it come up a way that it has been mentioned, like the event has been mentioned before, but here's how it differs, that's the part that interests me. Yeah. So the fact that they're like, yes, we did talk about this in 2 Kings, however, this is how it differs. Right. So I just like that kind of stuff. So moving on, still in the same chapter, Rabshakeh speaks against Judah's trust in an alliance with Egypt. One of the great battles for Hezekiah during this time was the temptation to make a defensive alliance with Egypt. Right? We remember that. Yeah. Which seemed to be the only nation strong enough to protect Judah against the mighty Assyrians. Sure. So in this sense, Rabshakeh is speaking the truth when he says, you totally should just be defeated or give up or make an alliance or whatever. Right. He's speaking the truth, but from a different perspective, like not in a godly perspective, so to speak. Right. Because within canon, God wanted Judah to have no confidence in Egypt at all, but Rabshakeh isn't saying all of that stuff and isn't doing this to bring Judah to a firm trust in God. He does it to completely demoralize Judah and drive them to despair. Sure. So that was pointed out.
Rabshakeh was the messenger from the Assyrians?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
sorry, I just wanted to clarify. I couldn't remember exactly.
No, that's fine. So he was saying all this stuff, and like 3/4 of what he said actually fell in line with God's message. Right. As according to Isaiah. but it was from a completely different perspective and for entirely different reasons, which made his message not correct.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
According to the Bible.
Right. Oh, yes, definitely.
Right.
According to the Bible.
Right.
So then Rabshakeh speaks against Judah's trust in God. And in verse 7b, it says, "Isn't he the one whose high places and altars Hezekiah removed, saying to Judah and Jerusalem, 'You must worship before this altar'?" So Rabshakeh knew that King Hezekiah had implemented broad reforms in Judah, including the removal of the quote-unquote high places.
Yeah.
And we read about that in 2 Kings chapter 18 as well.
Sure.
Okay. And I remember in 2 Kings, you and I are like, that's weird. Why are they getting rid of all of the different places to worship? Blah, blah, blah. You
Right.
know, making
it
them
even
all...
seems like, and maybe I'm maybe I'm not associating this correctly, but like back when Moses was around and we were talking about Moses and everything, there was a lot of quote unquote high places.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would build altars on the tops of mountains and things like that. And that feels like that's part of what the high places were.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting that now, it's godliness to build those, but then it's also godliness to get rid of them.
Right.
So it's a very interesting.
And that is correct.
Okay.
And it is an interesting dichotomy. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. So the high places were spots of individual worship, which were prohibited by God's law in Leviticus. So at first they were building them. I'm trying to think how I'm trying to say this. At first they were building them because they were traveling and it made it easier.
Okay.
As they were spreading out to be able to, hit up a place.
Yeah.
But now they're being used incorrectly, so that's why he's getting rid of them.
I see.
And also it was allowing people to be lazy and not come into town.
I see. Okay.
So
all right.
That's the reasoning for that. So Israel was commanded to bring their sacrifices to the official center for sacrifice, the tabernacle, or later the temple, within the city. In the pagan world at that time, it was customary to offer sacrifice wherever one pleased. Altars would customarily be built on high hills in forested areas or at other special places.
Okay.
That practice was fine during the time of the patriarchs, so during the time of kings.
Okay, sure.
But now God regarded sacrifice at high places as an offense, so Hezekiah took away the high places and the altars, demanding that people come to the temple in Jerusalem to offer sacrifice. So what's happening here is basically as man changes their mind, they say that God changed his mind.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, and it sounds to me, I'm probably a little off base with this, but like Hezekiah being the king, wanting them to come into town to worship at the temple sounds like a monetary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want
taxes.
them, right? Yeah, it gives you the opportunity for them to shop in town, to do this, that, and the other in town. Whereas if they're not coming into town, they're doing it without any of those, fees that they would, or services that they would buy and things like that. So it sounds a little self-serving.
It was, and think about it too. Enacting some kind of major change like this, shows that. Whether it's true or not, we are making a change in how we practice our faith. And the change itself shows our attempt to be closer to God.
Right.
Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. He's enacting this, and the very shaking up, like a new leader always comes in, right? And he does something new.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That was his thing.
Okay.
So he did that for many different reasons, but said it was because that's what God wanted.
Sure. Yeah.
So, do we believe him? I don't know.
Right. I'm just saying there could be many reasons for that. That's all.
Sure. But is God came down and told him so one of them? Doubt it.
Right.
Just because, I don't believe in that.
Right. Well, and also even in the book, God's not talking directly to Hezekiah. He's talking to Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's not really, we know that God didn't tell Hezekiah this probably.
Right.
If anything, Isaiah was like, we need to do it this way. And of course, a preacher type person or whatever prophet is going to be like, yeah, bring him into town. Then he gets more exposure to people that he can talk to. And,
exactly.
it makes sense.
Yeah. It was just a really smart act that they
Right.
put together.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yep.
Moving into chapter 38, Isaiah made the announcement to Hezekiah, what's going to happen.
Right.
Like, you're going to die.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So this happened at the time of the Assyrian invasion of Judah, because Jerusalem had not been delivered from the Assyrian threat yet.
Oh, so he fell sick during the invasion.
This likely happened between 703 BC and 712 BC.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's because you told me that the records show that they were there surrounding Jerusalem as early as like 701.
Mm-hmm.
So this went on for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or, well, no, so that would be later. 701 would have been later than 712 or 70. So
yeah.
They were there for,
backwards.
I was going the wrong way. But it's still, even if we go all the way back to 712, that's like 11 years that they
held out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's amazing. Kind of.
Right.
Right. So Hezekiah was 39 years old when he learned that he would be dying soon.
Ah.
Yeah. So I thought that was like, wow, pretty amazing.
Yeah, I can't imagine being 39 and finding that out. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So, 15 years later, he dies and his son takes over, and his son was a little shit who was no good, but his son took over at the age of 12.
Right. Yeah.
And that was bad.
Yeah.
So that is really all I have. I just tried to take some interesting things that we hadn't covered already.
Sure.
From 2 Kings and Chronicles.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, I again, we kind of struggled coming up with new material to talk about during these episodes because this is something that's a rehashed subject that we already talked about in 2 Kings.
And Chronicles.
So here we are again with the same information.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some new stuff that I learned today.
Sure.
I appreciate it. I'm definitely looking up that battle shit. That's in the annals and all that crap. Mm-hmm. So that sounds really cool. But that being said, I think that's all we have for today.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our Q&A for this Saturday. I don't think I was supposed to say that, was I?
You were not.
So what was it, darling?
Q&A Saturday.
All right. So we'll be back with a wrap-up tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Before the wrap-up, we have... What do we have?
We have a Patreon.
Then I'll get the wrap-up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be back on Monday with...
Isaiah chapter 39.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, it is Sunday, which means that we're doing...
Patreon!
That's right. And what are we doing a Patreon today?
Well, I wanted to look more into the siege of
Sennacherib?
Sennacherib. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name.
As did I. I wanted to look into that more too.
Yeah.
I thought that would be fun because I love history and I love how seeing how things tie into things. So like I was really excited about this.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to compare the biblical version with the
historical
Sennacherib's annals with, history.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I take it we're going to be going over the battle and how things panned out and stuff like that.
And the 185,000 guys that died or whatever.
Yes, Sure. I'm curious about that.
Sure.
All right. Well, you ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go do it.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's talk about Sennacherib and why the Assyrians were coming after Jerusalem and all that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was all around 701 BCE. Okay.
Yep.
And Sennacherib's siege is the aborted siege of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem was the capital of the kingdom of Judah.
Okay.
And Sennacherib was the king of the Assyrian Empire.
Sure.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay?
Historically.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Right.
It was Sargon II's kid.
Okay.
Okay. Historically. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
The siege concluded Sennacherib's campaign in which he attacked the fortified cities and devastated the countryside of Judah in a campaign of subjugation.
Which they did cover in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
They did say that he had conquered the other cities surrounding
Yes.
Jerusalem.
And that all actually happened.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Sennacherib besieged Jerusalem but did not capture it. And there's even questions about, but did he besiege it? So we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's go back a little ways. Okay.
Okay.
So exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I referred to this in my notes as prologue.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going backwards in time, because remember we're in the negative time. So
Yes.
720 comes before 701.
Right.
When you're in the BC.
Yes, because it goes the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because last time we tried to
The math
do
that we
math
did
and
bad.
we did it the wrong direction.
Yes.
Okay. So in 720 BC, the Assyrian army captured Samaria, the capital of the northern kingdom of Israel.
Okay.
And they carried away many Israelites into captivity.
Oh, okay.
So they got them.
Captivity, quote unquote.
Right.
Yeah.
Slavery and ownership. And,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they got them.
Mm-hmm.
The virtual destruction of Israel left the southern kingdom, Judah, to fend for itself among warring Near Eastern kingdoms.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the two sections of Israel at the time weren't even exactly the best of friends.
They weren't. They were like frenemies.
Right. So they might have helped each other in a military campaign, but they wouldn't have helped each other,
right?
Generally speaking.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So when one got captured and the other one was left to its own, they were like, "Oh, fuck me!" Like it's like if you are like a frenemy with your cousin, you don't mind if she sits on a tack and gets pimples and stuff.
Right.
But you don't wish her to get hit by a car and die.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's two extremes there.
Yeah, yeah. Like, or like, even let's just say she gets into a fight, you'd still defend her.
Right. Like, yeah, she's a bitch, but she's my bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was not good.
Sure.
When that happened. And Judah was like, oh, what do we do now?
Right.
So after the fall of the northern kingdom of Israel,
yep,
the kings of Judah tried to extend their influence and protection to those inhabitants who had not been exiled.
Okay.
So whoever managed to escape from Israel ran to Judah.
Got it. Yeah.
And Judah was like, yeah, we got you. Come on in.
Sure.
They also sought to extend their authority northward into areas previously controlled by the kingdom of Israel. So at the same time that they were like, yeah, we got you. Come on in.
So
they were also
like hadn't quite got all the way down south. So they're like, well, this is our chance to expand our kingdom. Yes. So let's go ahead and do that.
Yes. They were like, kind of like, well, we might as well take advantage of the situation and see what we can take.
Yeah.
And also Sennacherib's armies were split.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, this is a special Patreon episode, actually. Which means that they need to go to Patreon and subscribe as a patron in order to listen to it.
Okay, well, I guess that we are going to go do that now.
Yeah, just head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse, become a member for as low as $2 a month, and you'll have access to all these special things and goodies too. So, go do that.
So this was just a teaser.
Yeah, teaser.
Okay, just
Bye.
checking.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Hey everyone, husband here. Wife is a bit under the weather today, so we're not doing our normal episode, and I do apologize for that. But I wanted to take this opportunity to put out an episode that we did a couple of years ago, back in 2021. It was so far the only Christmas special we've done. It was called A Very Churchy Christmas, and we talk a lot about our church experiences, our Christmas experiences, how we felt about going to or being pressured into going to church, things like that. The consumerism of Christmas, different aspects of how we feel about Christmas in general. So I hope you enjoy this. Don't fret when you get into the beginning of the episode. We do say that it's the weekend before Christmas, but you've actually got 2 weekends, so no stress there. And hopefully wife will be feeling better by tomorrow, and we'll be back with our regularly scheduled episodes at that point. So hope you enjoy this and reach out to us and let us know what you think. Thanks.
Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep. Husband.
Wife.
Hey.
Hey.
Happy Christmas.
Happy, yeah.
Happy
Something.
Merry Holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Right.
Those things.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost there anyway.
I mean, yeah.
It's like...
It's this weekend.
What's this weekend?
Christmas.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
It's got to do with that Christian shit, right?
Yeah, so I thought that today we'd talk about church things.
Church things?
Since it's a religious holiday.
Like what kind of church things?
Well, hang in and find out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's, so this is a special episode then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bonus
It'll
episode.
be real special. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do this.
So, since it's Christmas time and that's like a religious holiday, I know. I thought that we could talk about how many people go to church on the holidays.
I bet it's a lot more than normally go.
It is. It is.
That's just my guess. Because you know what? I have been to a church service.
No, don't talk about that yet.
Oh, sorry.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to know about that yet.
My bad.
I want to talk about
See,
the
this
other
is why
people.
you should have told me what the hell we were talking about instead of just like making me guess.
Well, I didn't want you to guess. I just wanted you to just go with it. Go with me.
I went with it. I was going with it.
Stop.
Here, I'm still going with it.
Stop. Oh my God. I want to talk about other people, not us.
Okay, let's talk about other people.
So did you know that in the Catholic Church that Christmas is an obligatory day that they have to go to church?
Have to meaning what exactly?
It's an obligation.
Or what?
Well, they might be like kicked out of their...
You're going to excommunicate them because they didn't go to fucking Christmas service?
I mean, it's very serious. I don't know what the ramifications are, but there's a social...
What if you got COVID?
Okay, stop.
I'm just saying.
I'm sure that if you have a doctor's excuse or whatever, like, I'm sure that there are exceptions, but you can't just be a layabout.
You literally got to go take your priest fucking doctor's note saying, I was excused from Christmas service.
I'm trying not to be disrespectful. You're such a dick. Okay, the Catholic Church says that if you have the means and you are a practicing Catholic, which all of you should be by what they say, right?
Because you know Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you need to be, your ass needs to be in a pew on Christmas, okay?
Got it.
So that's what I was trying to say. Mandatory, yeah. And so there are these different surveys that have been done. Some are self-reporting.
Okay.
And some are not, obviously. Okay. So of the self-reporting surveys, they found that 6 out of 10 Americans typically attend church on Christmas.
6 out of, so 60%. Interesting.
But that's self-reporting.
Okay.
So then there are other surveys that indicate
like
that...
exit polls?
Oh, my God. Exit polls. Shut up.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Oh, that wasn't just at Christmas. That's...
In general?
In general.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's
sorry.
different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. I don't know. I have my facts mixed up. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
well, I would say
6
that's
out
a
of
lot.
10,
I would say that's pretty high
60% of Americans attend church every Sunday,
in their mind,
according to self-reporting. But according to actual surveys that don't count on self-reporting,
yeah,
only 37% of Americans attend
that's
on
a dramatic difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dramatic.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah.
That's a dramatic difference.
And then there was another study that showed that just 22% of Americans attend services weekly.
See, I could get down, 22 sounds closer to right.
Yeah.
Because, you have a lot, that, and it goes to my theory that, the hypocrisy behind religion. Mm-hmm. The people out here that I live around that are all, religious.
They're very practicey Christians.
Yeah, well, I mean, they want to come across that way, but
Yeah.
it's more for social standing than anything else. And
Right.
they might check the box and go once a month or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think they go every week.
I mean, some of them probably do.
Some of them probably do. 22%.
Exactly. I found this bit of demographic statistic stuff very interesting.
Okay.
Church attendance remains stronger among older demographics and is more common for women as well as those who lean right-wing politics.
I mean, that all trucks with me as far as...
Really? I would not... I guess, I knew it would be older and I knew it would be right-wing. I didn't know that more women than men. Although if I think about it, I guess that really does make sense.
Well, women are the child-rearing people, right? Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of people in this country that think that it is important to be a part of this culture because it helps promote you as a person and it gives you a community to belong to. So part of the woman who is raising the children, taking them to the church, is part of their child-rearing. It's that indoctrination bullshit where they're taking them to church because it's what you're supposed to do.
So you're saying... not just women in general, but moms.
Yeah.
Well, but what about women in general? Just all women?
I would say that it's higher. If I had to guess, I would say it's higher on women because of moms. That would be my guess. Huh. I could be wrong, but that's the impression I would say.
I would think that because women are considered the more nurturing and the more spirity, closer to, more likely to be flighty or whatever. You know what I mean? When you think about people who are pagan, it's more often women than men. When you think about all kinds of other religions, it's always more women than men. So
I guess my impression of you hear it all the time where the dad's too busy to go, so the mom has to take
by
up the...
busy, you mean that the dad has to stay home and watch the football game?
Well, fuck yeah.
Oh my God.
And that game is really important,
Clearly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
God won't strike you dead for watching your favorite team. Damn. That'd be cruel.
That's so wrong.
It'd be like there's a cruel God or something,
I can't even with that. That's nonsense.
Anyway, that's my theory. I think it's moms.
Well, I think it's because women are more spiritual.
Well, they can tell. You guys should tell us what you think.
Yeah.
And let us know on Twitter, because
Yeah.
I'm curious what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to ask that question at some point.
You should.
I will.
Okay. Here's another interesting tidbit.
Okay.
A 2018 sociological survey found that in the United States, Donald Trump voters who attend church regularly are more likely than non-religious Trump voters
To be crazy? Oh, sorry. I interrupted.
to have warmer feelings towards racial and religious minorities, to be more supportive of immigration and trade, and to be more concerned about poverty.
The ones that go to church? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I know, it was exactly the opposite of your interruption, which is why I glared at you.
Right. No, I gotcha. Well, so generally the messages that you receive at church, I would say, are more often than not, wanting to, you're getting the Jesus message, right? The help other people and the lesser and yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So if you are an actual churchgoer, that's the hypocrisy in the Trump movement is of the religious right is what we always talk about, but
they're the ones that don't go to church.
They're the ones that don't. Yeah, exactly.
They're the
that completely.
They're the
ones that
not 22%.
Yeah, they're that fucking percentage of people that say they go to church, but they don't actually go to church. They just want the fucking image, and they want that,
the points.
Yeah, America and fucking Jesus. Whatever. Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was harsh.
That was a bit. You went far there.
I went pretty far there.
Yeah.
But you know what? Fuck them.
Oh my god. So those were the statistics that I brought to the table, and then I thought we'd take a break and then come back and talk about our church experiences regarding Christmas.
That's funny. I just got done talking about that on Twitter with somebody the other day. Huh. So
good
timing. Good timing on that.
It's Christmas. Go figure.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's take that break then.
Okay. Okay, so why don't you go ahead now and tell me about that church experience that you had on Christmas?
Well, I was just going to... So, when I was younger, we didn't go to a lot of churches. And I've covered this before, kind of. Like, we went to a Quaker church and stuff like that to experiment with church and stuff. But one thing I do remember is going to a Catholic Christmas Mass at one point. And it was
cool.
And even my dad went, who definitely did not believe in God. But it was more for the experience, I guess, and you got to see this once in your lifetime.
Like the history kind of thing.
Yeah, it's apparently, it was a pretty big deal. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance, and it's all, I don't know, it's a big old show. So
big old show. That is funny.
I don't know much about it. I didn't know anything about it at the time. I just remember that was one thing that I had to do.
You experienced
I had to experience that, yeah. So I did.
I don't think I've ever been to a Catholic Mass.
Oh, now we're going to have to do that at some
I know.
point,
I think we should, just to say we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this year. What do you think?
Oh, this year? Let me check my calendar.
I know. I need more mental prep than just a week.
This is kind of short notice.
I need a year to think about it.
Maybe we could do that as a special, another year, and then we'll just report on our experience.
Okay,
something like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it another year.
Okay,
another year.
Another year.
Okay.
All right. I can remember attending not church on Christmas, but those plays that they make the kids do, and it's always the nativity, every year.
I don't recall ever going to one of those damn things.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't think our school had.
It wasn't through the school. It's through the church. The church youth group does it.
Got it. Yeah, I never went to a church youth group, nativity thing.
You never got invited to watch the play?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Well, I guess because I grew up on a small military installation overseas.
Right.
That, all my friends were in it.
Got it.
So, that must be why.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can
lived
imagine.
in a small town, so you would think I would have the same thing. But in that small town, there was, a ton of churches. So,
right.
Yeah. I think people kind of stuck to their own little clans.
You fucking throw a rock out here, and you're going to hit a church.
Maybe two. You probably skip it off one end to the other.
The house that we lived in before this, our landlord was a pastor
oh my God.
at a church.
Yeah.
He was a nut.
That was fun. Wrote a book, too, apparently.
Oh, whatever.
He wanted us to buy it.
Whatever.
We never did.
It was self-published, and there's nothing wrong with self-pub, but it was garbage.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been.
You remember when you and our kid went to the Black Lives Matter rally here?
Oh,
and he was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
and
only he was not on the correct side.
He was not on the Black Lives Matter part.
Right.
He was on the concerned citizens
yeah.
with the loaded weapons.
Right, yeah. Good guy. Great guy.
Great guy. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't really have any specific churchy Christmas things. So,
I don't have a lot either, so that was not, very exciting.
My experience of Christmas, when I think about the pageant, the nativity thing, all I can think of is the Charlie Brown Christmas, the pageant that they put on.
Right. If we just talk about Christmas experiences as I grew up, that was very materialistic, honestly. Well, no, I take that back. We had one year where we created, we all made our own presents for each other, for our family, and that was really kind of cool. And we used to go caroling around town. Like, our whole family went caroling around town. Which,
I wish we did that.
Like, I mean, that was fun. It was very much a sense of family and community, and I enjoyed that. You know, like, that was definitely
That's so
something
funny
that was fun.
because last year I was like, let's go caroling, and you were like, not a chance.
Yeah, but people don't like neighbors anymore. Like, you might get shot for doing that, so... I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same as it used to.
You might get arrested for disturbing the peace.
I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't...
I bet when you went with your friends or your family and did caroling, I bet that you didn't actually sing.
No, I did.
I bet you just mouthed the words.
I sung.
You sang, really?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I want to go caroling.
I don't want to go caroling.
I don't want to go look at the Christmas lights.
We should go around town and sing, like, Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, my God.
No?
No, that is not Christmas.
System of a Down.
That is not Christmas.
Damn it. Okay.
Stop. Stop.
Ariel's, it's got angels in it.
Behave.
I'm just saying.
Behave.
Why?
So anyway. What's your favorite Christmas?
What is my favorite Christmas? So again, most of my Christmases were materialistic, but I did come down one year, and our parents, obviously, because, spoiler, Santa's not real.
Oh my God.
But hey, we're already an explicit podcast. I'm sure we can dump that one out there.
All right.
Anyway, so our parents had bought us every single He-Man that we didn't own at the time. And it was the most awesome Christmas ever. Like, I mean, it was literally every He-Man we didn't own. And every He-Man toy that we didn't own was all there. Every fucking bit of it. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
It was. It was really fucking... Oh, and then one time, my brother and I found a... like the tracks that you have, like the remote control cars, but they followed on the tracks, and you just... The racer tracks or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, our parents had gone through all this trouble to set up, like, the whole thing down in the basement to, like, test it out and stuff. Well, me and my brother found it and played with it for, like, 2 weeks before Christmas.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was
So then
fun
when
too.
you unwrapped it, you were like, boring.
Parents were like, why aren't they excited about this? And yeah, we didn't tell them until years later that we had discovered it weeks prior.
You're horrible. You're a horrible human being. And yet when we were ordering gifts on Amazon, I was like, how are we going to avoid seeing what each other ordered? And you said, I won't peek.
I don't have any interest in peeking anymore.
I don't believe you.
I don't.
I don't believe you.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't.
Well, I'm not.
So what's your best memory of Christmas?
My favorite one is one year when we were still overseas, and my mom and dad had got us Cabbage Patch Kids, and all of our friends had them. So this was like not the year they came out. This was like a year later.
You guys were behind the
We
curve.
were so behind. And so my mom got us the Cabbage Patch Kids, one each, and a bunch of clothes and like baby doll stuff so that we could play with them and, take care of them.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, mine was named Zelda May.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it came with that name, and I could not wait to get rid of that name with the little adoption paper thing with the little certificate. And I named her. Oh, what did I name her? It was something like Raquel or something like that because I thought that was so exotic.
Got it.
Yeah.
So that was your best one then?
Yeah. Again, very materialistic.
So I got a quick question.
What's that?
What's your take on Christmas and Santa now?
Okay, that's so funny that you asked that because I literally heard somebody in a podcast today defending the existence of Santa, a full-ass adult.
Yeah.
And I loved it because, okay, well, this gets into what you and I were talking about recently with regard to the magic of Christmas.
Right.
Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that Christmas is not something that like happens. It's an active verb. Like you have to do Christmas in order to feel Christmas.
Sure.
But that never really struck me so much as this year because we did not put up any decorations. We did not put up a tree. We did not put up anything.
That is true.
And we haven't done one thing that's Christmas related. Like we haven't gone to look at lights. We haven't gone to, any Christmas parties or nothing. We've done no Christmas baking.
But there is some Christmas stuff coming up still.
Well,
that we're going to go to.
What things?
Dinners.
That's Christmas dinner on Christmas.
Right. I'm just saying that we do have some things coming up.
Okay, but that is not getting in the spirit of the season during the season.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
And then, so you were telling me the other day that, it doesn't really feel like Christmas is coming. And that's what I was trying to convey, that, of course, it doesn't feel like Christmas is coming because we haven't done Christmas. And you can't just have Christmas. You have to do Christmas.
I just feel like it's a lot of work to perpetrate a
religious holiday.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I agree, but it's also fun. And
I agree that it was fun when I was younger, but like as you get older, it's just like, yeah, okay, we're all in on the joke.
But you don't want to do it for our teenager?
Well, I mean, they're not real excited. Like, they're not real excited about it either, according to them. Now,
yeah, but
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
But maybe that's
what I'm saying.
Maybe that's our fault. Maybe that's our failing because we did not Christmas hard enough.
I don't know. I'm really torn on this one because, like, there's multiple reasons why I don't like Christmas. I don't like the consumerism of Christmas.
Totally. I'm totally with you.
I don't
there.
like the Christian backdrop to Christmas.
I totally agree with you.
So, like, if you take those things in conjunction with each other, and
right.
it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, why we still like the part that I like is a reason to go see family. Like, that's the part, that's really the only part I like. But the obligation to buy presents and to
that was something else. When you and I first got together, we fought with your family more than my family,
right?
Because there was just this understanding that we buy each other gifts, and you have to buy everybody a gift. Right. And then there was, okay, we're not going to buy everybody a gift. We're going to draw names out of a hat, and you have to buy that person a present.
Right.
And I remember that you and I were like really financially strapped, and I was like, I am not going to why don't we just change $20 with each other? Right. And then like one of your family members thought that he was being nice. He was going to give us $50 to buy the person a gift. And I'm like, then why don't we exchange $50 instead of like whatever the amount is? Like, I don't understand it.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't like the consumerism and the social obligations that come with it. Yes. And that's and I fell prey to that very much throughout my life. And I guess now that we have a chance to have a reprieve of it, I'm kind of ready for that break. I'm ready to just say, I don't know, enough of this crap, and I'm happy to see family, and I love my family, and it's great to be able to get together with them, but the rest of it is kind of shit.
Well, here's my thing. I love buying stuff for my kid, but I love buying stuff for my kid all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And so when Christmas comes around, I try to do a little bit more than usual.
Right.
But every dollar that I'm not spending on my kid, I resent. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to spend money on our siblings. They're adults.
Right.
They have their own financial situations that are maybe better than ours, and I don't want to spend money on them. I just don't. Right. Not because I don't love them. I love them dearly.
But you would, okay, but even whether it's Christmas or not, if you saw something that they would love,
right,
you would pick it up regardless.
I have.
You picked up a Charlie Brown nativity scene for your sister years ago.
Because it was the last one, and my sister collects nativity scenes.
Right, and Charlie Brown, for crying out loud.
It was a no-brainer.
Right, yeah.
So it's not that I don't enjoy buying things for people. I hate the obligation, and I hate it that it's this one time of year when all I want to do is give my child the world, but I gotta hold on a sec, kid. I gotta also, you get less because I have to give so-and-so a gift. I have to.
Right.
And that pisses me off.
Yeah, the obligation.
The obligation is so problematic.
It is.
And that goes hand in hand with the consumerism.
Right. No, and that's the part that I railed against earlier in my life and still to this day.
But our families have gotten really, really good now. They recognize that, no, we're not going to do that.
Right.
If we get anything, it will be for the kids, and it'll be because we have money this year.
Right.
But otherwise, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
So that's our confused self-take on Christmas.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your take, because I think for a lot of people, this is something that
it's confusing.
Everyone struggles with as to how to deal with it and what to do, especially in this, if you're an atheist or humanist or even a non-practicing Christian,
right.
I mean, those are, it's something that people question and struggle with, I think, is how to do this whole season.
How to do Christmas when you're not a Christian.
I mean, it's one of the highest points for suicide because
right.
of stress, because of
being
money,
alone.
because of, I mean, there's just
being
so many
alone
things.
at Christmas.
Being alone. I mean, there's such an emphasis that it is harmful in some regards.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't know. But that seems like a good place to kind of, unless you got more. Do you got more?
No.
Okay.
No. You said
I'd say
it
that
all.
sounds like a good place to leave off then.
Let's leave off.
All right. What are we doing next week?
Another special bonus.
Another special bonus? Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, you said next week, but you meant Thursday.
I meant Thursday. That's what I meant.
This is Tuesday.
That's I knew that.
Okay, so you meant Thursday.
I totally knew that. How did I?
Fuck off! You did not. So on Thursday we're gonna do another special bonus, but it'll just be silly. It'll be less discussion and more silly.
Yeah, I mean that's what we say now.
No, it will.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, I already have it planned. So yeah, it will.
Great.
You put me in charge of figuring this shit out.
Why the hell do I put you in charge of anything?
I mean, I'm the one that does the research. I'm the one that leads the discussion.
I'm just joking.
I think I do a decent job.
You do a great job, darling.
Aw, I love you, baby.
Love you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hey, we have an editorial correction.
We do indeed.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Husband.
Yeah, wife.
It's the end, so we should say all the things.
We definitely should say all the things.
What things should we say?
So we want people to get a hold of us, and there's ways that they can do that.
So one of those ways I know is email. What's that email address?
sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com.
And they should do that by 5 Eastern on Sundays if they want their question to be included in our new Tuesday Q&A episodes every week.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing from some of our fans, for sure.
Yeah.
They can also get a hold of us on social media. And we have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Probably the easiest way would be through Twitter at sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts still.
Yes, still.
Still.
I guess.
Or dum-dum or doo-doo.
Yeah, wherever you want to go with that, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have all those things and they should go there.
Yeah, they should.
Okay. And then also, what else should they do?
They should, review us on Apple Podcasts, because that really, really helps us out. And, if you are on any other podcasting app, just hit a heart or a like thing or something.
A thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Nice.
Whatever the hell it is, just do it. Okay?
Just do it.
All right. I think that's all we got.
Oh, you know what? I have one more thing.
Oh, she's got one more thing.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening and choosing us to spend your time with. We really appreciate you all, and you are definitely top shelf.
Yeah, honestly, it makes us smile just about every day.
Yep.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.